All right, the latest news break right now coming in. The White House has defended Operation Epic Fury in Iran. President Trump told Iran 74 times, well, that is the press release coming in from the White House, that President Trump told Iran 74 times that they cannot have nuclear weapons. He had been unequivocal and consistent for decades. Now, US President JD Vance has said what President Trump Iran that they were committed to told Iran was that they were committed to getting on that brink of a nuclear weapon, and he decided to take action because he felt that was necessary in order to protect the nation's security. All right, we have the Vice President who has come out defending the action, a joint operation of Israel and America, where Iran is concerned, stating that President Trump felt and he knew that Iran was on the brink of a nuclear weapon, and he decided to take action because he felt that was necessary to protect the nation's security. All of this in context will need to be seen in context of the domestic politics in America as well, viewers, because President Trump, if you initiate war, have to go back to the Congress. He did not do so. So there is a fair amount of commentary on that as well. There is criticism coming in from the domestic politics of America as well. Having said that, even where natural allies of America were concerned, NATO countries, many of them today have stood against President Trump. Most of them, of course, have sided with Trump. What West Asia now remains as on edge as military tensions expand, triggering political shockwaves across Europe. This is how the world has been split. Take a look.
The war on Iran is reverberating far beyond the battlefield. US airstrikes are exposing widening fault lines inside NATO, highlighting sharp differences over how far the military alliance should go in confronting Tehran. As Washington adopts a hard military posture, several European capitals are urging restraint, raising fresh questions about transatlantic unity. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer has rejected calls for regime change, saying Britain's priority is safeguarding national interest. London has permitted limited defensive use of British bases by US forces. The signal is cautious support, not open-ended involvement. President Donald Trump accused Starmer of delaying base access. The British Prime Minister rejected that claim, saying decisions were taken in the United Kingdom's national interest.
President Trump has expressed his disagreement with our decision not to get involved in the initial strikes. But it is my duty to judge what is in Britain's national interest. That is what I've done, and I stand by it.
Spain has taken a firmer stance, refusing US access to its bases for operations linked to Iran. Madrid says European territory should not be used to escalate the conflict.
Que se puede estar contra un régimen odioso.
It is possible to be against a hateful regime. Spanish society as a whole is against the Iranian regime, and at the same time be against an unjustified, dangerous military intervention that is outside international law. One must be against a war that was started without the authorization of the United States Congress or the United Nations Security Council, and as I said before, violates the international law. And there is always room for a negotiated solution, rather than being swept away by the devastation of weapons as the only possible outcome.
Como única salida posible.
Canada says it was not informed in advance and is backing diplomacy over escalation. France is balancing alliance commitments with outreach to global powers to push for de-escalation. Germany has ruled out committing military assets, warning NATO must avoid a prolonged Middle East war. Turkey, Iran's ally in NATO, has condemned the strikes as violation of international law while navigating its complex regional ties. tensions had been building for months now. President Trump's remarks after taking Greenland by force, threats of tariffs on partners such as Denmark, Sweden, France, the United Kingdom, the Netherlands and Finland, and repeated warnings about weakening or withdrawing from NATO have unsettled the alliance and deepened mistrust. The strikes on Iran are not just a regional crisis. They are a test of NATO's cohesion. If divisions deepen, the alliance could face one of its most uncertain moments in decades. Bureau Report, India Today.